Okay, I am pissed the fuck off. This is the second time I filmed this. I was angry as hell. And I gotta try and stay calm and try to give you a fair, fuck you, Vince. Fuck you, Vince. Fuck you, Vince. I'm saying it now. Fuck you, Vince. I don't care if just Alex didn't mind this, or JD, or Solomon, or Wrestling Podcast. I'm saying it. Fuck you, Vince. But let's go through the show. Let's go. The second match tonight, because I'm skipping the first one, because you know what that is. Part of the tournament, I'm skipping it. Otis versus Ali. It's not a very long match, and Ali won. That's supposed to give a divide between Otis and Chad Gable, with Maxine there, if I believe that's her name, Maxine, because I don't really pay much attention to maximum male models. Don't know. But this is what we get. Moving on, because I'm going to explode. Next match. It's the third match. The fourth match, my mistake. The fourth match, Rhea Ripley versus Dana Brooke. She was annihilated multiple times until Natalya came out. Now, of course, I can talk about the match. It wasn't a very long match. We're talking about Dana Brooke. They have never pushed Dana Brooke that well. And Dana, I believe, has become complacent. Look, I've never been against Dana. Never. I've never been against Dana Brooke. I always thought that she could have been pushed, and if she really applied herself, she could do something. At a certain point, when she worked with a primetime player, she didn't care anymore. She just went with it. And that's how it feels with her. And on top of that, you guys tell me below, Dana Brooke, if I remember correctly, about 5 years ago, was a lot more curvier. Now she's more like this. Tell me if I'm wrong. She lost a lot of weight. And she also lost a lot of her curves. Yes, she still got boobs. And still a full injected face. But she's no longer like this. She's like that. Tell me if I'm wrong. Because that's the way she looked. She got destroyed eventually with at least, one riptide that was sloppily done by a Rhea Ripley. Then two more, and then two Texas clover leaves. And that's when Natalya, instead of wearing boots or sneakers, she's wearing high heel boots. And even Corey Graves says, oh, she took her time coming down there. Well, she couldn't help it because she's wearing high heel stiletto boots. I'm just saying. Okay, next match. We got Imperium versus the tag champs. Not about for the title. It's non-title. It's not like they had to win it to be able to get a shot. They just wanted to have a match because they wanted to make sure that Gunther was not insulted. And it was a fine match. I kind of wish they hadn't done it. Because they didn't need to have Imperium job there. It would have been nice if Imperium didn't have to job to the tag champs. Why did they tag? Why did the tag happen? Why did Imperium on their first night on Raw get their asses handed to them by the tag champs? Yes, a good match, but there was no point in it. Not now. Next, Nikki Cross versus Zoe Starks. Now, Zoe, first match on the show, just like Imperium. But she allowed to win, and it was a short match, and she basically wiped out, eventually, a Nikki Cross, who gave her a hard time. I kind of wish they had not done that. They're in Jacksonville. You can't tell me they couldn't bring in some enhancement talent from Jacksonville to actually do something. No. They had to make it hard for Zoe to actually win against a Nikki Cross, which wasn't a long match anyway. Moving on. Okay, we get Dom versus Xavier Woods. They're still going with Xavier, which I'm actually very happy about. If anything else, and you're going to hear how I feel about this entire show at the end of this when I speak about everything else, seeing Xavier as a singles competitor actually makes me personally happy. Oh, too dark. Because I truly do believe he deserved at least one run on his own. He doesn't have Kofi with him. He doesn't have Biggie was actually doing something with DraftKings along with Bobby Lashley. So he is doing something for the company. I know he's been doing something behind the scenes. Nothing about if he can come back. Hopefully he's all right and he can come back. If he can't, if he's still working with WWE and doing other stuff, he could become a manager. I wouldn't mind that. If he can't do a match, let him be a manager. Let him be seen. He can still do the gift. He's charismatic. He's funny. He can easily make something of somebody even if he can't go in the ring anymore. I just hope he can. But Xavier, I'm glad they're doing this because I really would like to see Xavier win a title. By himself, he's earned it. I believe that he earned to have a shot at a real title. Unlike Up, Up, Down, Down, where he's already won the Miz's Intercontinental or U.S. title. Was it one of his tag titles? Or was it one of his U.S. titles? His U.S. title. Or his tag title that he managed to win in a game. He played The Miz in Street Fighter 2, I believe, and beat him twice and won, I believe, his U.S. title and his Intercontinental, I think. Or was this his tag? I can't remember which one. It don't matter, he won it that way. I would like to see him win a real match and that the company believed in him. That's just me. Yes, he lost the Dom, fine. It was Mommy who did it. Let's make it very clear. Rhea did it. Rhea but that's how she's built. She's like shoulders, boobs. That's Rhea. She don't have big boobs. She got massive shoulders and massive guns. The girl is built like a brick chicken house. She can knock your teeth down your throat. And I wouldn't be surprised if she could. But that's just, that's how she is. And I'm fine with that because she's beautiful. Anyway, let's move on. All right. Let's also do a little bit about, did I get anything from Trish Stratus's promo? No. It's like she doesn't really feel it. Look, I've seen Trish in the past. She's not the perfect talker. And I know there's going to be someone there that's going to say, oh, Xavier's happy that she's there. And pretty much a Booker T as well. Who gives a damn about them? I don't care. Right now, she's boring. And it's not just because she's been boring in the past. I've seen when she truly gets into that moment, she's not bad. Here, she's not really feeling it. I can see she's not feeling it. And then when she faked Becky being there, it didn't feel like she was really caring about it. When Becky finally came, and Becky was smiling in the background, ready to hit her. You guys tell me below, did Becky really hit her? It looked like she more shoved her than hit her. I'm like, wait a minute, what the? I probably am wrong because I was already upset about what I'm going to talk about in a minute. But if I'm right, if you watch it, yes, she hit her, but she hit her really lightly. What? I don't get it. What was that? She hit her very lightly. It was like she fell really hard when she didn't even get hit. And then the thing that kicks me in the head is after that's over, Becky gets the mic and she's talking. After she said she wanted to beat the crap out of her again, as she's about to talk, the music plays and cuts her off and she's going like, did you guys notice? Literally, she's about to say something else and the music starts playing and she just goes, drops it to the ground. Like, they're cutting me off? Shit, fine, whatever. Tell me I'm wrong. You could look at the replay of what happened with her and Trish Stratus, and as she's literally about to say something else, they cut her off with her own music, and she goes like this and drops the damn mic, still in character. What the hell was that? I'm like, what? Really? Even the Miz in the back was botching. I'm like, what is going on? I've seen people botch once in a while, fine. But I've seen the Miz botch, but it was like, I don't know. Cody sounded fine, talking with Brock, but you know what I mean. Okay, let's get to these matches and get this over with because I want to vent my ass off. First match, Seth. Breathe. Oh, I'm mad. I want to yell. I'm beginning to forget things. When I get really mad, I begin to forget what I want to say. Seth versus Shinsuke Nakamura, Damian Priest for the first match of the tournament, which I'm not going to talk about yet, but let's go through it. Good match? Fine. Seth wins. I'm not surprised. I didn't expect Nakamura to win, but you know what? It would have been nice if he had. I think the best person there that would have made things really interesting would have been Nakamura, not Damian Priest, even though he did great in the street fight with Bad Bunny. Nakamura would have been interesting to be the one to go forward, but he was not chosen. Second match, Cody versus Finn Balor versus The Miz. I was surprised, but then not surprised. There was nobody other than Cody that should win. That would have made sense going into the story. But I've forgotten about Brock Lesnar, because there's no way they're going to let Brock end the feud now when they don't want to have Cody win the title now. Going into Jeddah, they don't want him to win. They'd rather wait, hopefully. I'm saying it now, hopefully. Hopefully, when they go to SummerSlam, he will be eligible. They will give him it. As it stands for the person right now, he didn't win. He got F5'd into oblivion by Brock, and now Brock wants to fight at Jeddah at Night of Champions, which Cody, who is pissed off already and upset, he agrees to do it. But what type of fight are we talking about? Are we talking about a street fight? Are we talking about Hell in a Cell? Are we talking about a steel cage match? That's not elaborated on, so we don't know what type of fight we're talking about here. Is it an unsanctioned match? They didn't say it yet, so we have to wait and see. Final match. Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins. A kind of a repeat of what happened when the Universal title had come into existence, because, as you already know, Finn Balor got his shoulder separated during the match. And pretty much, he had to relinquish the title. He could not carry it. He was hurt. His shoulder was basically done. He could not use his arm. So in a sense, as they said in commentary, this was kind of like a repeat of the Universal title, an inaugural Universal title match, and winner. I was not surprised Seth had to win here. There was no way they were going to let Finn win. If there was no Cody, there's no way Finn was going to win. There's no way. If Cody was in the competition, Finn could make it, but nope. So Seth wins. The Raw side of the tournament. Let me say that again. I'm trying not to talk loud. The Raw side of the tournament is now finished. SmackDown this Friday is going to have 2 triple threats and then a final match so they can decide who will be going to Jeddah and who will be going to Night of Champions. Did that make any sense to you guys? Did that register? Let me make this clear. We have 19 days, 3 weeks of content. This week, the next week, and the last week before the 27th. We still got when I'm looking at my calendar, the 22nd and the 26th. That's 3 sets of Raws, 3 sets of SmackDowns. What the fuck happened? There is no damn tournament. This is not a tournament. What the fuck was that? 2 triple threat matches and then a final match for Raw. Now, 2 triple threat matches and a final match for SmackDown. What happens next week? What happens week next? Nothing! This was fucking bullshit. I'm like, as I told the guy that left a comment in my Eli Drake video, the one who does this. You know who you are. It's in your thumbnail, your own image, if that's your image. You're doing this. I love you, guy. You're a great guy. You're a nice guy. But what did I say about Eli Drake? What did I say about worrying about Eli Drake because of Vince? Fuck you, Vince. I'm saying it now. If he did see this, suck my dick, Vince. Suck it. Suck my dick. Not you, my friend. Not you. Vince. I'm sorry. I'm angry. This is bullshit. This is the reason why I don't like to review Raw. This is stupid. If Triple H signed off on this, let's say this isn't Vince, and this is Triple H, this is the most stupidest booking he's ever done. You got 3 weeks of content. You got 6 sets of shows. You got 3 SmackDown, 3 Raw. You can have 15 or 20 people in this tournament. You can do what? Each show you can do, or 3. You can do 3 matches a show. Just like here. 3 matches in the show for each week. No. It's all ending this week. And who knows what it got for next week and week after. If it's nothing, this was a fucking joke by Vince. This is a joke. What did we gain after we went for WrestleMania? Nothing. If anybody says, well, this is great TV, how is it great TV to do 2 triple threats on each show and 1 main event for each of them? What do you do for the next 2 weeks? What? What do you do? There's nothing wrong with still having the tournament for 3 weeks. Counting this week. This is the most stupidest booking that Vince has made. This isn't Triple H. Triple H was told to do this. This was stupid. And it kind of makes sense with the rest of the show. Tell me how, if you watch the show, counting on the people in the back, look what's going on. Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green signing a petition to get a match. They're thinking it's going to be damage control once Raquel and Liv lose. Who would do something like that? Who does those type of lists? Vince. Look at what was going on with Mustafa Ali. I'm not doing Mustafa. I'm doing Mustafa. He sounds better that way. Yeah, he won against Otis, but what does that mean? He's a damn free agent. What has he gained? Nothing. We're caring more about Otis and Chad Gable than Mustafa Ali. And nothing wrong about Otis and Chad, but they're doing a storyline with Maxine and the Maximum Male Models. That is more important. But Mustafa, who's been screwed multiple times, had to sit home for multiple months, comes back, it looks like he's getting somewhere, and now is doing nothing except for either jobbing or he's winning against somebody in a feud that he's not going to be a part of. Zoe Stark right now went up against Nikki Cross. Nikki gave her a hard match. It should have been a squash match with Zoe. Why wasn't it? Why couldn't you get some outside talent to do the damn work? No. Zoe had to bust her ass to win against Nikki Cross. Why Nikki? You didn't need to do it. Not unless she had to be a real challenge in a feud, and there was none. Why did Nikki have to work her ass off? Elin Cher. I don't even think they're going to get booked correctly. They're going to make it all about being Indian and being used in the press. Now, yes, it happened in NXT, but I want to see this team really show they can do anything. Do I believe that's going to happen? No, it's going to be about Indian stuff. It's going to be about Indians always being oppressed by all Americans, no matter if they're black, white, Spanish, or mainly white. That's how Vince books. What else do we have here? It's good to see they're doing something with Xavier Woods. That makes me actually happy. But how far are they going to go with Xavier? Will he actually win the Intercontinental title? And it should have been Sheamus, but no, it might be Xavier Woods. Imperium. This is their first match. You couldn't give them a squash to make them mean something. If anybody says it's good to see them lose to the tag champs because they have a chance later, no. First impressions mean something. If no one's seen Imperium before, and they see they're talking in the back, and they're seeing they're saying, our general shall be here soon, and we must show ourselves, show us respect, and they didn't gain anything. They got their asses whooped. A first impression means something. Indy Hartwell with the way again. I want to see Indy Hartwell mean something. They just stuck her with the way. They stuck her with Candice LeRae. They stuck her with Gargano. They stuck her right back with her man, Dexter Lumis. She's supposed to mean something. Now she's back in the same position she was, but now on Raw instead of NXT. I'm like, what the fuck was this situation? I'm done. Peace.